Well, hello, and thank you guys for joining us today. I have the amazing Robin Libby in the studio with us today. And Robin, oh my goodness, she is a beautiful beauty confidence coach and author. Are you a businesswoman, an entrepreneur who avoid the camera as much as possible? I used to be that girl. Let me tell you, Robin can help women to look and feel confident on camera to attract your ideal client from the camera. Oh my gosh. Robin, thank you so much for joining us today. How are you doing?
I am doing great.
Good, good. We are so blessed and lucky to have you here on Afternoon Coffee with Cream. So tell us a little bit about your background. Tell us a little bit about Robin.
Yeah, so I'm an only child, which is kind of interesting because I have 7 children.
Wow.
So I got my cosmetology degree when the dinosaurs were here, and in 1989. And then we got married in 90, and I ended up staying home with my children once we had our second child. Um, I still kind of played around with different things because I really love cosmetology and definitely had people to cut hair for at home.
Mhm.
Then in 96, I got an image certificate. So, working with undertones, warms and cools, and learning personality styles for clothing. And then I had kind of done some direct sales because it was just kind of fun to do. And I always joke that, your clients like being around you even when your kids didn't. So it was kind of nice sometimes.
And it
So
probably was a little escape from the kids, to be in that adult atmosphere, right?
yes, I love them all, but it was kind of nice. It was kind of nice for sure. And then in 2018, we just had 2018, we had 3 children at home. So I decided to train with a professional makeup artist in Florida. And I have been so excited since I did. So the focus is on camera. All your makeup is focused to be on camera. And I
Mhm.
loved it because there was so much flexibility with the makeup too, because it's custom blended. So all your foundations are custom blended to match your skin.
That is awesome.
I know. I felt like a kid in an art class. So I,
Mhm. Mhm.
it was like, yes, this is fun. Plus, it felt so good. It feels so lightweight. It doesn't really feel like you have anything on your skin. And then just learning all the aspects of how the lighting and the cameras work and the reasoning why it's important to have an HD quality makeup. And then learning how to complement different, facial shapes and the understanding of that was really fun, and a challenge at times, especially as we get older. Um,
Mhm.
so like my eyes are completely different. I have hooded eyes, but like this one, I have to do different than this one. So it's just kind of a really ongoing learning thing all the time.
Mhm.
But it was just so much fun to help women smile again, or just be excited about how they looked again. And I went on and did more of that, and I did some bridal training. So I'm a bridal makeup artist, and I also dabbled a little bit with editorial, which was it's a lot. It's fun. I think if I did it professionally, it'd be fun, but it'd be a lot of work.
Yeah. It's
But it
always great to do things that you love and make it fun, right? And make it so much fun. So, why do you think people are so shy of being in front of the camera?
Yeah, so I have like a ton of statistics. One that I often share is that over 50% of women lack self confidence due to life
Mhm.
experiences, traumas, and media messages.
Mhm.
And that was a huge thing when I actually found that statistic when I was writing my book. And I was just blown away by that. But it all made sense to me, with everything that we deal with, everything that we have gone through in our lives, whether it was just something that happened to us, around us, or all the things, the magazines that are out there and the commercials and the movies, and they had certain body types, and you had to have this and you have to have that. And it can really affect how we view ourselves.
Mhm.
And I think it's really sad because I also read a statistic this morning that I put in my email, um, that 96% of women lack confidence in their beauty.
Wow.
And
Wow.
and like they did a poll in 5 major cities around the world. And so that's polling from America and like India and all Singapore and all these places that it I just I mean, that kind of floored me. But I mean, what do
Mhm.
we expect after idolizing all of these things and these, you know, body shapes and the way people look? And the weird part about this is if you follow beauty trends, they are constantly changing. That's
Changing.
why we have the spring,
Mhm.
uh, see the fashion. I can't think of the words, but you know what I mean. They have the New York Fashion Week, so they
Mhm.
have that in the spring, and then they have it in the fall. So I mean, already right there, you've changed.
Yeah.
It's too hard to keep up.
Yes.
So I love having that personalized approach where I completely focus on you.
Mhm.
You are what my focus is on.
Mhm.
And I want to deliver to you what will make you look enhanced, meaning maybe you love your eyes. Let's do some fun things with your eyes,
Yeah.
and I can show you quick things to do to make your skin maybe prettier, good
Mhm.
skincare, and
Mhm.
makeup tips, but something that's fast because that's another thing. We're so busy. We're
Mhm.
Nobody has time to bake and whatever else that they do out there. There's just no time. And so, and maybe I'm going a little further ahead, but another part of that, when I see a lot of those things where they have these, and don't get me wrong, women look gorgeous afterwards, right? But you see these before and afters. And I did a class on Saturday, and I took some photos off the internet, and I showed them in this class. And it's like, this before and after, it's really nice. But she's going to wake up tomorrow morning looking like this, not like that. And
Mhm.
I would rather have the approach of let's try some really nice skincare. Let's get you started rolling to caring and loving yourself that way. And then we can do some little tricks and tips to, enhance your beauty when you're ready. Because what
Yeah.
happens is a lot of times they go from this to this and then back to this, and they're just ashamed because they
Mhm.
just don't look like that anymore.
Yeah. I remember having several events, right? And someone would send me a bio that included a photo, and it's when I met the person in person, looked totally different. Totally different. Almost unrecognizable. So your one of your keys is to look, take your natural whatever, your eyes, your nose, whatever makes you you, and those things are what make you unique, right?
Yes.
And so you just work with that so that you look natural in your
Mhm.
own beauty, right? No
Yes.
matter what your body's. I know there's so many Instagram and all of that has a gazillion filters.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you show us how to look good on camera and be confident in who you are, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very true. And
Yeah.
you made a good point. Like when you're in business, one of the key things is a consistent look. I
Mhm.
mean, that doesn't mean you have to wear the same look every single day, But I guarantee you, if you saw me without any foundation or mascara on, you would know me
Mhm.
because that is my goal. And it's my goal for many reasons. Like I don't want to put a mask on. I don't want to cover myself completely up. A, I don't have time. Two, I don't think it's worth it.
Mhm.
But A and two, whatever. But anyway, so the other part is being in business. I want you to see like this person right here in this headshot to look like me.
Mhm.
Because when I'm maybe at a book signing or I'm doing an event, and this is for everybody out there that's in business, whether you work in corporate or whether you are an entrepreneur or both, you want to be recognizable. So when somebody is ready to do something with you, that's her. Or if they're following you, I don't, if you don't look the same, they're not going to know to listen to you. You know,
Yeah.
that's one of the distractions too that can happen as we keep changing up. People don't recognize you, or they're still trying to figure out if they know you. And it just takes confusion away if you have a natural look that, and I'm not saying natural isn't completely natural, but I'm just saying one that fits your personality and your style. You may be dramatic, and that's great. That's perfect. If that's your style, then you will stay consistent in that, and you probably have dramatic features anyway. So it's
Mhm.
all going to work.
Yeah.
But you're right, and I think I told you, or I often share this. So I was in a Zoom during the shutdown, and I'd never met this person before, but we really kind of clicked in talking. So I thought, let's meet. I get in the Zoom room and I didn't recognize her, like you said.
Mhm.
And I thought I was in the wrong Zoom room. I didn't know how that happened, but I didn't know. And so I take that scenario as well. And then I put it in a scenario. Let's say, again, you are doing a book signing, you're doing a speech, you're at an event, and you're really going to deliver something amazing, and you really want to get to know the people in the crowd. Well, they
Mhm.
can either peek their head in and not see you because they don't recognize you, or they could walk right by you and miss the opportunity to get to know you more or to work with you.
Mhm.
So, consistency is pretty key.
Yeah. Yeah. So, do you also find the right colors? I'm sure this is part of the whole makeup, is finding the colors that work best for that individual. I know normally I will wear a bold color because of the blonde hair and the lipstick I have going on, like my nails are bold. But um, do you work with color and help the client to determine what colors work best for their skin tones?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I love, love, love doing that. And I'm hoping to incorporate that even more as I move forward with my online business.
Mhm.
But I have a free ebook, and it's just very basic. But in the ebook, it breaks down in the most simplest way I've taught my clients to determine whether they are a warm undertone or a cool undertone.
Mhm.
And from there, so that they can start seeing the colors, like when you put the warm and the cool together, you can start seeing where the blue is and where the yellow is. So it just makes it easier, and you can see when it's against your skin. I just did this in my class. I'll do it really quick here. So I am definitely a cool. These are all blue undertones, this gray, this white, and I'm a winter because I can wear black and white really well.
Mhm.
So this is one of my son's blankets, and it is definitely a warm. And you can see on my skin, all of a sudden, I look jaundice almost. And you
Mhm.
can start seeing like different features that weren't there before. When I drop that, they disappear. So yeah, it's really fun and exciting because I feel like it's also a part of me empowering somebody to find the colors that work best for them.
Yeah.
So bold colors, you may have colors that you love. Well, that's great. The confidence colors that give you that, like, yes, I can do this. I'm excited. I have energy. But then take that color and now put it in your undertone, and you're just going to be unstoppable because you're just going to be like looking really awesome. And, you know, whereas the
So
other ones make you look sallow. Go ahead.
So I have one question from one of our viewers. And it's how do you determine the correct undertone?
Yeah, it's in my ebook. If you want to grab that, just send me a message and I can send you the link for that. It's really simple and easy, but I usually take black and chocolate brown are the two colors I usually take. Or if you want bolder colors, you could take like a fuchsia and an orange. So those sorts of colors. And then you can put them like I did, just right up against my neck. So um, luckily I still have some of these. They're all closed because my kids, remember I have 7 kids. I lost my drapes a long time ago. I don't know where they went. I joke that they're buried in the woods out back somewhere.
Yeah.
Lost treasure.
Yes, yes.
So let me see. So we've got, well, this is
And
cute.
you can even with me on camera, you can just see how I'm wearing this tan color shirt and how it just like to me it just washes out everything. Where
Yeah.
if I had a bold color, right, it would
That,
it would give me more of a pop.
your
So
pink dress in your pictures is perfect.
yeah, those
Fuchsia.
yeah, yeah.
So
Those
I would,
bold colors is what works for Lanice. Like here, you can't even. Yeah, it's just yeah,
and see, tan is a warm.
yeah.
If you wanted to go with the cool, if you look for the color called taupe, you
Mhm.
can still do a tan type color, but it is on the cool tones. So
Mhm.
again, it won't be as vibrant as your wonderful fuchsia dress that looks so amazing on you, but it's still not going to drain you.
Yeah.
So, and a cool statistic is that we wear 20% of the clothes in our closet 80% of the time because it's either the wrong color or the wrong style.
Mm.
So really, once you get some of this information, you're saving money.
Yeah.
We all like doing that. Then we can spend it on something else.
Absolutely. Shoes, man. We can spend it on shoes.
I
Okay,
hope
we
that,
can save
I hope,
it, but
yeah,
okay.
I hope that answered her question. If not, definitely message me on Facebook, and I'll be more than happy to, um, send you that link.
So I have your website up, and it's Beauty by Robin Studios. So yeah, so we have that. You can connect with Robin that way. I will put up her email address for you a little bit later. But yeah, be sure to connect and get that ebook. So tell me about your books. I think you are an author of 2 books, right?
Too soon to be free.
Oh, good for you. Good for you.
It's a interesting journey. I reconnected with someone I had lost connection with, and I was like, no, I need to be connected to this person to move forward. She then connected me with Stevie, Dr. Stevie. And with Dr. Stevie, she connected me with Korea Vision Avant, and she has Book Profits Club. So then, yes, I'm trying to figure out my camera. I wrote this book, Lights, Camera, Confidence, 7 Beauty Secrets to On-Camera Confidence. I didn't know there was a book in me, but there it is. And I had so much fun with this book. Like I was like so excited and just like wired when I was writing it, but then like nervous at the same time, hoping I gave enough. But it really kind of works at helping people kind of dispel some of the myths that are out there, and kind of talks about a little bit of what I've talked about today. Obviously goes further. Tips to be confident, and it's just, I don't know, it's been a really cool tool to offer my clients.
Mhm.
Um, and then I also co-authored a book called Synergize Faith with Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills and several other ladies in here. So it was really fun to kind of offer our thoughts on what Synergize Faith meant to us.
Mhm.
And launching, it's sometime this spring. Um, this is Stevie's book, Click the Cash,
Mhm.
and she's doing a Click the Cash volume 2. And so I have a chapter in that book too. So I'm pretty excited.
Awesome. 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 Congratulations. I know so many of us, we just have not written that book yet. And so there's no other way to do it than just to do it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's true. Like once you write that first book, you feel that confidence and you feel like accomplished, that you have accomplished something and you can do it, right? And so you can just write a gazillion books after that if that's what you choose to do. But it's just getting started as it is with everything else. Um, I
That
have
is
another question
okay.
for you. Um, Carol says, I have a problem choosing the right concealer. How do you choose the right concealer?
So it comes down to obviously skin tone.
Mhm.
And the depth of the color would be something I always go by. But also, it's determined by what you're covering. So there are sometimes, like when I've done, say, a bride or somebody that really wants to look on point, like headshots, um, that I may end up using two different concealers, one to cover under the eyes and one to cover some spots that might be on the face.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. So sometimes you will need that yellow to kind of cover, and sometimes you will need more of the pink undertone to cover. The pink, if you think of it brightening the skin, is what it's going to do. That's what that'll do. And the yellow will kind of diminish a little bit of the color. I tend to use the yellow to kind of cover a little bit of the purpley, any shades that are a little purpley in the skin. And then the pink to kind of brighten, like under the eyes, is a lot of times where I'll use that. But occasionally you might need to use a little of the yellow under the eyes too. Again, depends on what you're covering is the real deal in choosing which tone of concealer that you're going to choose.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Carol, thank you so much for engaging with us today. And listen, I have a surprise for you. Look at the brand new shirt. Whoop, whoop.
Ooh.
Empowered by a cream. Afternoon, I got to get this camera. Afternoon coffee with cream. This t shirt belongs to you, Carol. Congratulations. Congratulations. Yes. Thank you for always tuning in. And thank you today for just interacting with us. These are great questions that maybe someone has that same question in mind and they did not type it or they may be driving or something like that. So thank you so much, Carol. A t-shirt is coming to you. You can message me later and make sure I get your address. So I do have your email address that I would love to share with everyone so that they can get their ebook, they can connect with you. And it's Robin at beautybyrobinstudios.com, right? So you
Mhm,
can just connect because we all need a boost of confidence sometimes, you know?
mhm,
Yeah,
mhm. I
because
completely.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And the website again is you can just read it to us. It's Beauty by Robin Studio.
Beautybyrobinstudios.podia.com.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Is there anything else you would love to share with us? I know we can go on and on. There's
Mhm.
so many beauty tips, but we want folks to connect with you so that
Yeah.
you can work with them individually because even though we're all beautiful, we all are individually beautiful, right? We have our own uniqueness, and I know you can help us out. So, do you have anything else that you would like to share with us?
Yeah, I'd like to add on to what you said. It is true. We are completely and uniquely made. And so much, I often talk about beauty being locked within what I call the beauty DNA
Mhm.
within us. And it really has to do with our life experiences, the things we've been through, you know, because that has made us who we are too. It's molded us in a different direction than, say, someone else, right? The traumas that we've been through, that we have overcome, we are stronger, we're more vibrant, and we have so much to offer in those areas. I'm getting all tingly. I get so excited talking about this. So you have those experiences, those traumas, those things you've overcome, your work experiences that you've done, those expertise, that is part of who you are because it was in you to enjoy that when you were born, I believe. And then it comes, like we talked about, undertones. That is beautiful because there's two basic undertones, but then there's so many varieties within them that you can really start exploring. And that's unique to you. And then you have, how you look, maybe you have gorgeous eyes, maybe you have high cheekbones, maybe you have the cutest nose ever, you know, and it's all about, really starting to explore who you are and really appreciating that person. And I always love to share these last three statements every time because I remember the first time I heard this a few years ago and it just like knocked my socks off in like, whoa, really? And it might sound silly to some because you may be a lot more confident than I was back then. But I honestly think we need to hear these things. And it's that you are worthy.
Mm-hmm.
You are valued and you're beautiful. Girl, you're beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Let that hit.
I love it. Oh my God. Write it down somewhere. Put it on the refrigerator. You are worthy.
Mhm.
You are beautiful. And what was the other one?
You
You
are valued.
You are valued. You are worthy. You are valued. And you are beautiful. Honey, that is the way to end a great show. Thank you so much, Robin, for being with us. I would love for you to come back again to talk to the audience. We'd love to have you again. This has just been wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you all for joining us today. We are grateful for each and every one of you. You are worthy. You are worthy. You are valued. And yes, ma'am. Hey, Miriam, thank you so much for joining us today. It's good to see you here, Miriam and Cree and Ophelia, all of you guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we look forward to seeing you again right here at 6 p.m. on Wednesday for another afternoon coffee with cream. You guys be blessed, and we will see you again soon. Bye.